bad, I guess, for Ikaya was, but he's going to have to pit quite early on. VSR Vasco in 10th as well in the mediums, and everyone else in the hards, apart from Conrad Straight and Warden in 12th. It's not really where you normally see Warden, is it?
Well, usually if he does the alternate strategy, apart from last week, he does it very well. There was a few races where he did the alternate strategy. He came down from solo, and he went on to finish second or win the race. So he's one of those guys that does the alternate strategy and does it well. And
what is going on there? That is Master Berserk and Ikaya was coming together on the
formation lap.
If you can see this, yeah. Look, is that
Ikaya
was just stuck. Okay, he's back on track now. So yeah, don't really know what happened there, but a nice little incident before the race actually begins.
I'm surprised we didn't get disqualified. I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah, that was a bit awkward. Yeah, maybe they didn't actually come together. Maybe they just both missed their braking point or something. But yeah, before the race begins, a little bit of an incident, but hopefully that won't.
Oh, it's happened again! It's happened again! He's gone into the wall.
What's happening again?
Kaiwas will go on into the wall.
Oh dear. Okay, so there's what? But actually, both of the Williams drivers are on the softs, so those guys are going to be pitting early as well. But those softs at the moment for Ikaya are a little bit
too hot.
I mean, two crashes in one lap. Before the race even begins is not the greatest way for your confidence to boost before the race actually begins. But let's get back to the front. So Ryan, Alan, Venom, Deathbro, and Matt. So those are your top 5. All Ryan needs to do is basically come 7th, and Alan needs to come at least 1st or 2nd, and it'll continue into the next race, which is Japan, I believe. Russia, okay. Oh, Russia, yeah. I completely forgot about the order there. But it's Ryan's time to try and win his 4th World Drivers' Championship for Oceania. Is he going to be able to do it today in Singapore, Marina Bay? Where's Ikaya? He has lined up on the grid, and we're waiting for the Red Bull of Butler to line up on the grid as well. 31 laps we're going to be seeing around here in Marina Bay. New Zealand one on pole position is the perfect place to start his championship trip. I guess he could be lifting the trophy at the end of this Grand Prix. 5 red lights and away we go for the Singapore Grand Prix. New Zealand one gets a good start there alongside Alan. Alan's going to have to back off for now. There's Venom on his outside, and he's going to hold on to that as well. So McLaren diving down the inside of everyone. As Master Berserk trying to get involved as well. As Laggy Person goes around the outside of both of them. Master Berserk in 7th. Butler's going to drop down to 8th, but they go side by side, heading towards the next corner. Butler on the outside as he is actually going to get that position off.
Oh, Berserk!
But actually no, because Berserk is spun and he's lost his front wing, so Berserk is back to last, and he's going to have to go a long way to go back into the pit. And VSR Vasco Arm goes down the inside of Conrad Straight, just about misses a bit of contact there, but Vasco Arm is going to drop down into 11th, going back up the field. Warden 99 on the back of the Butler as they approach sector 2. Now as Warden loses the back end a bit, struggling on those hard compound tyres early on. You have to warm up those tyres as quickly as possible because he's a sitting duck at the moment with those really cold hard compound tyres. But back up the full, a bit of contact there with the Wolf and Butler, but I don't think that affected his front wing or anything. But back up to the front, Ryan's already pulled quite a big gap, I guess 5/10 in one lap, but Alan's just there as well. Venom's actually fallen out to the 1 second range now, so he needs to try catch back up to get into the DRS range. I'm Deathbro as well, just on the back of the Renault driver as they head onto lap 2. Is that Matt in 5th as well? So good start from him. So not many instances, Jess, apart from unfortunately Master Berserk. I didn't actually see what happened really with that incident. I just saw Butler going to the inside, I believe it was, and I just saw Berserk in the wall. So did you get a better?
Yeah, I did get it. I did get it on stream. To be honest, I don't know who was to blame there, but I think they could have taken that corner very differently there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Berserk into the pit lane. Now he's actually just got into the pit lane. He's going to be very far behind, trying not to do what Pom's did in the qualifying. But what are we thinking? Okay, let's talk about that in a second. We got a battle here. Is that Matt has fallen well down the order. He's going very slowly, going on to the second DRS straight. I'm not sure what's happened there, but he's fallen down into 8th, so that puts Warden up into 7th, Butler up into 6th. Coming straight, falling down to 11th as there's contact with Vasco Arm. But Vasco Arm just about keeps that position there. I got very excited for some reason, but yeah, going straight in 11th. Oscar Arm is going to try get back up the orders on the medium compound tyres, bear in mind as well. So if he gets back up to the medium runners, he'll be on the same strategy as those guys. And well, he is on the same strategy, but he kind of he's in the pack to see what everyone else can do. As we approach lap 3 out of 31. Now Master Berserk has gone onto the hard compound tyres. The yellow flag and Icarus is out of the Grand Prix. And I'm not sure where he's crashed. There's in second 2, so
we can't see. We can't see because Master Berserk's so far behind.
Quite far behind. So, Poms the win is leading the back end too. So drivers are struggling for grip at the moment as Bazooka goes down the inside of Poms. So Bazooka up into 12th. So a few drivers struggling, it looks like. Alan and Ryan actually pulled ahead 2 seconds of Venom. So these two really going through it at the start of the Grand Prix as we start on. We start lap 3. Ryan with the fast lap of the Grand Prix. I'm death, but already with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings of corner cutting. DRS enabled from the race stewards, so we got the DRS straight on the start finish straight, and going on board with Ryan and Alan is going to be on the this straight here. Alan's got the DRS on the Ferrari driver. Opens it up now. He's 6/10 within. Ryan is going to start gaining on him. Basically, what Alan needs to do, he must overtake Ryan. He needs to, and do it quick, because if he lets Ryan keep, if he just keeps Ryan ahead of him, he's going to struggle to try and get these positions, because Ryan, these guys are so far ahead. And bear in mind, Ryan only needs to come 7th to win the championship. So at the moment, Jess, it's just looking very good for Ryan. I'm not going to say anything else because we'll probably jinx it, but yeah, it's not safe to say Ryan's in a very good position right now, Jess.
Yeah, even if Alan Hugo overtakes New Zealand Ryan, that's still not going to affect things too much, really, to be honest, because we've got, after this race, we've got 150 points available, and the gap's 169 at the moment, so if
that's insane, sorry. 169 as the gap. What?
Yeah, that's the gap.
That's just dominance.
That's the gap between New Zealand Ryan and Alan. I think another
massive.
Another league that's also had someone dominating, and I'm sure Mark, who's in the chat, could back me up on this as well. It's Schnitzel. Schnitzel's been absolutely dominating PS4 F1, and he's either wrapped up the title in Italy or he's going to wrap it up today as well. So we're not the only league to see a potential champion being crowned as well. As I did watch a few PS4 F1 streams. He's been on the same level of Ryan, and he's also been in F1 esports as well, and he's in the pro draft. So yeah, that I gotta say, those two drivers in each of those leagues have been a formidable force, and if both of those drivers win those titles today, it'll be very well deserved.
Yeah, so nice little plug there for PS4. Check them out later on, and that is at what time, Jess?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. There we go. We are on point with these times. So yeah, Ryan, Alan still going for 3.6 seconds now. Is the gap between Venom and Alan, as there's a yellow
Poms
flag.
For the win.
It looks like it's Poms. Oh dear, well, that's a big crash actually. That is Street and Poms both round at what turn is that? That is turn 7, I believe it is. Yes, that is approaching turn 7 even. Both of them with front wing damage, so Poms really not having the greatest race today. Crashed in qualifying, started last, and now he's being caught up in an incident, and he's on the hard compound tires as well, just to make things worse. So he's going to have to probably go to another set of hards and then maybe onto a set of softs, but yeah, he's going to limp his way back into the pit lane, unfortunately. Maybe Berserk will be able to pick up the pieces of that incident. So that's 2 drivers with an incident there as we approach lap 5 out of 31 now. Warden, he's just keeping up with the Butler at the moment. He's 7/10 behind the Red Bull driver and 1.7 seconds behind Laggy Person is the Butler. So basically these two just following each other. Oh my god, I was going to say the Butler's just lost the back end going into turn 22, so that's going to not give him the best pace going out of the final corner. Warden's now in the DRS range as they approach. So I want to look at that speed difference. Butler is already going to be put under pressure by the McLaren driver as they go into turn 3 and into turn 4 now. Warden's going to get another chance of DRS. Butler's on the medium compound tyres as well. Warden's on the hards, so Butler should theoretically be a little bit quicker, but Warden with the straight line speed here it's going to be quite hard for Butler to try and defend here. So Butler's going to go to the outside, Water's going to go to the inside. A little bit of a squeeze from the Red Bull driver off the racing line. Water down the inside he goes. There's not given much room to the Butler there as they go side by side once again, going into the next corner. Water on the outside line as there's contact between the two drivers, and it looks like Water's just about kept his nose ahead, and he's going to hold on to sixth, so the Butler in 7th. That was a little bit close there, Jess. I mean, Water's got the move. I don't think it was damage there, so nothing too bad happened, I don't think. Right?
No, it didn't. Hardly anyone's got any damage, so they should be alright. But I think Warden was being a little bit too ambitious there, so he's got to be careful when he's making moves, because otherwise incidents like that happen.
Yeah, so Warden is past Butler down. Next up is that laggy person. 2.7 seconds behind is Warden, so he's got quite a long way to go, and he's on the hard as well. We were talking about this at the start, Jess. Starting at the back of the field, he started 12th, wasn't it? I think it was 12th, and now he's into 6th. So he's doing a very good job at the moment, and he's going to probably be first out of the running drivers when everyone pits, and he's going to go on to the medium. So yeah, he's done it before, hasn't he? Germany, Jess.
Yeah.
He's just done a really good job. So if he keeps up, he should be able to, I predict, a top 5 for Warden. If he keeps up, he can just about see Laggy Person in the distance, and just ahead of Laggy Person is Deathboy too. So these guys are still quite close to each other. So Warden just needs to keep pushing back up to the front. Alan's now 0.3 of a second behind New Zealand. Ryan Kaiwas is now into the pit lane, and he's put on the medium compound tyres. Poms to win is out on the hard compound tyres after his little incident. Same with Converstrate's on the mediums. Master Berserk is on the hard as well, so he crosses the line. He's got iCarvers ahead of him now, so Berserk in 12th. And anyone else that we're looking at now, we've got VSR Roscoe, and is that Matt, the two teammates coming close together, about under a second separating these two. And yeah, nothing really much happening on track. I mean, the battle between Alan and Ryan is probably going to go down to pit stops. When do you reckon these guys are going to pit, Jess?
Well, the mediums I would think I'll be like 12, 13, I think. Well, the softs don't last very long, so if people on the softs, they would have pitted now, which is what Commonwealth Straight did, but he probably had a bit of damage as well. So I haven't raced on this game, on this truck. I think it's the only truck I haven't raced on this game, so I don't know strategy that well, but apart from the, obviously, tyre compounds. But yeah, I think about lap 12, lap 13, but they could probably prove me wrong, as we got a few more. Death Rose just picking up the penalties. It's strict corner cutting, don't forget, so that the stewards are not that lenient in terms of track limits, Charlie. Whoever the head steward is today on this game. And I think Charlie is cut off again, or I'm lagging out of the party. The party's been having some issues today, to be fair. But we will carry on. We'll carry on, as I've just been also totaling up the championship as well, because the constructors as well. What we're gonna do is we're gonna try Discord. We're gonna try Discord, ladies and gentlemen, because Xbox just seem to be it seems to be not playing ball at the moment, the Xbox party. But it happens at times. We learn from our mistakes, so we are going to try Discord. I'm logging on to it right now. So, but I worked out the gap. We have got 48 points in the Constructors' Championship for between Ferrari and Haas. And I'm just trying to figure out, so it's 20, I'm just trying to figure out here, 43 points available per race, and there'll be 6 rounds left. So the constructors can be won next Grand Prix technically, if Ferrari play their cards right. And that laggy person will probably need to find their way down the order, up the order. Why did I say down the order? I don't even know, to be honest. Because obviously you're not going down the order. You need to try and make your way up the order, if that's the word. So yeah, so the constructors can't be decided today, but obviously the drivers can be decided today. So yeah, so I think it's been a world of dominance, to be honest. But we got a yellow flag in sector 3. Oh, Conwell straight's out. Didn't see what happened there. Pomps of the Wind's probably struggling a little bit there, but we've got I'm Deathbro catching up to New Zealand Venom quite considerably at the moment. There's another yellow flag. There's pretty much yellow flags going on everywhere. And I was a bit worried there that there will probably be a safety car for that crash, but that probably did not work out. But to be honest, we rarely get safety cars on this game. To be honest, it just only happens once in a blue moon. What is that yellow flag? I think that yellow flag's gone. Pomps of the Wind's probably got damage, so you'll probably have to pit. As New Zealand Rhino and Alan still about 8 tenths behind as well. So Ryan's probably having a bit of a straight line speed right now. So because I think he's starting to pull away and still at a reasonable gap. As he's going up towards turn 2. And these mediums are going to really start to die. So Bazooka, I think, Warden's another person who is on the hard compounder tyres as well. So that could be very intriguing at the moment. So we are playing it very cool here in Oceania. So yeah, it is.
Hello. Okay, is my mic okay? I haven't really tested it on Discord. Okay.
With my mic at the moment. Oh, okay, we're back. We're back.
Okay.
I think that was my fault there, so I do apologise.
It's okay. Just want to make sure it's okay, right? I don't know if I sound like.
Yeah. Okay, we're carrying on. So we've got I'm Deathbro and New Zealand Venom having a little bit of a scrap for P3 right now. Venom's doing quite well, holding up to I'm Deathbro, isn't he, Charlie?
Yeah, Venom's doing. Sorry, I'm Deathbro's doing all right. Yeah, so we've got a few drivers in the pit lane now. We've got Alan going into the pit lane. Venom has to stay out. No, they're not teammates. Never mind. So Alan's going into the pit lane. He's going to try to get the undercut on Ryan. It looks like it's time for Ryan to push as he puts it into the third EOS mode. So he's going to go for it now. And Alan is going to come out maybe in a bit of traffic. I'm not sure. There's a few drivers following his suit. We've got that laggy person. I'm Deathbro 2. And where is Alan going to come out on track? He's coming out in 7th at the moment. Is anyone else coming out behind him? No, he's going to be 7th for now. And he's got quite an okay gap, I guess, to Roscoe Arms. So I guess he's in a bit of clean air. But it's Ryan's time to push now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got to pretty much get the most out of his in-lap as much as he can at the moment in order for him to stay a chance of pushing, to be honest. So
yeah,
I think he can do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite tough. Sorry, I'm just sorting out my audio because it's gonna be this is actually the first time I'm doing this. But yeah, so Ryan is going into the next into the first corner of the sector 3. Has to really go for now. He's quite low on EOS 2, so he needs to be careful of that one. Alan is now under a second behind VSL Oscar. So this is where he could actually lose a bit of time compared to the Alfa Romeo, because he's going to be stuck in that dirt. You can see if you're on board with me, he's weaving a bit, but Oscar Arm's actually going to let him through. Okay, so that means he's not actually lost some time. So Ryan is going to be into the pit lane now. There he goes into the pit lane. So this is going to be close. Alan's coming into, what turn is that? That is turn 17, under the bridge into turn 18, which is actually called Bay, into turn 19. New Zealand run out of his pit box there, and Warden is going to take the provisional lead. Venom's now in 3rd, and he's pitting 2. And where is Alan? Alan coming through the final few corners. Ryan is coming out on track. This is going to be very close because Alan is crossing the line now. Ryan is just coming out of his pit box. He can see him. Alan is right there. Ryan's going to have the inside line. Alan's now going to have the outside line going into turn 3. Ryan on cold, hard tyres as well. So Alan's got the slight advantage. Is he going to go to the inside line? He is going to go to the inside line. Alan's going to try and go for the move. And Alan's round. He's hit the back of Ryan. And now Alan is... lost the back end. Well, hasn't lost the back end, but he's just clipped the front left tire on Ryan's right rear. So now he's round, and Ryan is just going to go off into the distance. Wow, I think that's the first time we've actually seen an incident at the front of the field there. And Alan's lost a bunch of time.
I don't know who to blame that. Was it Alan that just went off by himself, or did he just touch Ryan for a little bit?
He did touch Ryan, yeah, he definitely did. I'm not sure. So Alan went to the inside of Ryan, and then he just hit the back end. So, yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that one. But either way, Alan's now in 5th. He's behind Roscoe, but Roscoe doing a bit of drifting there. But yeah, Alan needs to try and catch back up to Ryan. But now Ryan is just going to try and get away as quickly as he possibly can. He's just got that advantage now, Jess. But will that go to the stewards, you think?
I think that might. But that's probably not going to make a huge difference because Ryan is 3rd. There's yellow flags everywhere. Oh, is that Matt? Is that Matt? Oh, that's set to 3. Oh, Alan! Oh God, that was close. Oh, is that Matt? Just these mediums. I think they're struggling because we're seeing a lot of people on the medium compound. I almost got my prediction right, or he's hit the wall again. Oh my word.
Oh dear, yeah, this is not going very well for Matt at the moment, but into the pit lane he goes. He's going very slowly into the pit lane, and he's going to be struggling there. So Alan is now back past Roscoe. Let's look at the gap between Alan and Ryan. It's 6.4 seconds.
Wow.
So that 5 now, yeah, so it's not looking very good now, is it, Jess, for Alan?
Yeah,
Alan there's side-by-side action there. No, there's not. Bazooka's letting Deathblow go through. So, yeah, Deathblow up into 5th. Deathblow's doing a very good job as well. He's currently he's basically in 3rd position at the moment. Warden's yet to pit. Ryan is 10.5 seconds behind Warden 2. So, yeah, the gaps are quite big at the moment. I mean, the closest battle we've got is Venom and Bazooka, but they're on this different strategies. Yeah, so it's going to be quite a long race, I think, Jess. There's not much going to be happening in the next few laps, but when everyone pits, we're going to be able to see what the gaps actually are, because Warden's going to have to pit and go into the medium compound tyres later on. And same with Roscoe. Yeah, Roscoe's going to have to go into the hards probably this lap, because he's been on the mediums for quite a long time. He's locking up his tyres as well, so he's going to be struggling with that. Bazooka's going to have to pit too, and I think that's pretty much it. So, Roscoe coming into the last few corners of sector 3, going into turn 21, 20. So that's 21. He's heading towards 22 and into the pit, and he goes. So he's going to lose a few positions. Deathrow now up into 4th. Ryan's actually catching up to Warner quite a bit as Roscoe gets a time penalty for speeding into the pit lane. So that's a little bit of a problem there. Venom is now past Bazooka, so Venom's now up into 5th. And where is Roscoe going to come out in all of this? He's gone into his pit box now. He's going to put on the hard compound tyres and a front wing change. I didn't see him get any front wing damage, but apparently he did. As Ryan gets a 3-second time penalty now, but that doesn't really matter too much, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Alan does actually catch up to Ryan in this time, but Roscoe is he going to come out in 10th? Or is it going to be 11th? Because Mars Berserk is right there, as Mars Berserk is going to go swooping around the outside, and I think he's actually going to get the position done. Yeah, he does. So Mars Berserk up into 10th, but he's got a pit as well, so probably not for 10th. But yeah, things are looking good for Ryan. A bit too good for Ryan, I think, Jess.
8.2, like 6.5 to Ryan and Alan. But
yeah,
I think it would have been less if Alan didn't make that mistake. So that might have compromised Ryan a little bit, but we will see as Bazooka gets another time penalty as well. It's good that these majority of these people are still in this race, because that just shows why they deserve to be in the top tier of Xbox One Oceania. They're just trying to keep their cool, trying to avoid incidents. I think quite a lot of people were involved in incidents so far, and they're still managing to hold it together. They're still managed to get it together, and there's still a point for fastest lap up for grabs as well. We completely forgot about that as well. And Alan's got the fastest lap, 1:39.5, and I think it just goes to show that if you're on the mediums, it's going to be very difficult to try and beat the people who are on fresher tyres. So Kyle needs to get a move on.
Yeah, he does. I mean, this is going to be quite interesting. Bazooka's now into the pit lane. And he's actually, no, he's not the last driver to pit. It's going to be Warden is going to be the last driver to pit. And the front wing change from Bazooka as well. I just want to look at the tyre compound. There we go. Medium compound tyres he goes. Kairos is probably going to pass the Red Bull driver. He does. Oh, and there we go. Alan's got a tyre penalty. So now they're both even for tyre penalties between Alan and Ryan. Looking at the rest, is that Matt going into the final corner? He's on the hard compound tyres too. He's going to be able to take those to the end of the Grand Prix. And we're nearly halfway through this Grand Prix now, it looks like. Oscar Arm is catching up to Berserk quite quickly. Berserk on very old hard compound tyres, as he actually gets a time penalty there. So Oscar Arm on fresh hards should be able to get past Berserk very soon. Just waiting for when I don't know if we've talked about this, but do you know when Warden's gonna pick?
No. I don't know about the hard strategy, because if I was them I would do mediums to hards, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna do a bold prediction. But I did a bold prediction earlier with strategy and it worked very well. I would say lap 20.
Lap 20. Okay,
I'm just going to guess. Or lap 22. Between lap 20 and 22 is what I reckon.
Like that, I reckon. So, yeah, we'll see when Warden wants to go for it. Singapore's known for quite a lot of safety cars, I'm pretty sure, but not for this tier. We haven't seen a safety car at all this season. I think we saw a virtual safety car, and that was probably it. So, yeah, we can take the safety car probably out of consideration here. On board with VSR Roscoe Army is going to try and make the move on Master Berserk. Master Berserk goes to the inside and lets him through. We've seen a lot of drivers letting each other through, haven't we, Jess? Not a lot of battling.
Don't forget, Master Berserk is on 13 lap old hards.
Yeah, that's true.
So
the only thing I'm concerned about is, do you see drivers in real life doing that? If you're worn tyres compared to the other one, I've never seen any driver letting someone through apart from blue flags and apart from their teammates. So
well,
yeah.
You're probably watching something different, because when I league race, I do the same. If I see someone on newer tyres than me,
I mean, in real life races, not league races. I see it all the time. I do it myself too, but yeah,
I do it too.
Quite a bit of respect, isn't there, between a lot of these drivers? I think if everyone absolutely hates each other, we're going to be seeing a lot of battling. But yeah, nice to see a bit of respect between these guys. Master Berserk lets Berserk through, and yeah, he's going to have to pit him. It's a shame for Berserk, because I feel like Berserk's got the pace, hasn't he? Berserk's definitely got the pace. There's just a few small instances that just kind of stuff over his race, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we probably jinxed him so many times to count, Charlie. So we can't, we can't call him out just yet. He can still get a point, and he can still get far. He could potentially get fastest lap, Charlie. I'm calling it now. He's gonna get fastest lap. If he gets a point or not, it doesn't matter. But he is gonna get fastest lap for sure if he can stay between these guys. But yeah, in real life, I've never seen that. I would never see Lewis Hamilton let pass like Verstappen.
Yeah.
It's usually Verstappen now, so yeah. As Roscoe Armors got past Ikaya was, I think Ikaya was let them through as well. So Roscoe Armors now up into 8th place on the hards. He's somewhere near 20 seconds behind LCM and the Butler though. So yeah, he's got making up to do there, but he's still going to get some points. I'll give you not. And Master Berserk has got past Ikaya was. I think Ikaya was is struggling for grip again. He's got to pit in 2 laps, don't forget, to push on a fresh set of rubber, which will most likely be the hards. it can't be at the mediums, because otherwise you'll get disqualified. You have to be on 2 different sets of compounds per race. So if you start on the mediums, you have to either pit onto hards or the softs. As we got another yellow flag in sector 2, that's probably people moving out the way.
Oh, it's Bazooka actually. He's round. What one's that? That is turn. Oh, I can't even see what that is. Oh, and he's actually reset to the track. I think that is. It's basically where the Singapore Sling was.
Ah.
Yeah. I've never. I wasn't an F1 fan when it was there, when the Singapore Sling was there. So, yeah. Was that a fun corner, Jess? I don't know if you were into F1 during that time too.
It's hard, but it's quite fun to watch, but not as fun to drive. They would, yeah, I don't really like driving Singapore anyway. It's just so difficult, but I can't really compare anything because I don't like it, because I find it so hard. I don't know how these drivers cope with it, but yeah, he's 13th at the moment, but he's still going, and well, props to these guys for still going, even if they're like 12th and 13th. Props to the win still going as well. Alan Hugo's still 3rd at the moment, so he's still going to potentially get up. Actually, no, he's in net P2 because Warden will still need to pit pretty soon, so he's still going to get a decent amount of points, but it's not going to help the constructors, because potentially the constructors can be decided next week in Russia, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. Usually the constructors are decided before the drivers. I think it's the first season in a while. It's the first season in a while where the drivers is going to be decided before the constructors. I think I know last year the constructors was decided way before that. So yeah, but that was because both teammates did very well. So yeah, as I'm Death Rose coming across the line now to start, I'm just trying to see. There's not much battles happening at the moment, as New Zealand Ryan has just got past Warden. So New Zealand Ryan is probably going to pull away quite a bit at the moment. That might be Warden's sign to pit soon. And I think he's the only, apart from like Kyle was, he's the only person to pit. Everybody else is staying for the duration of this race.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. I mean, yeah, so Master Kyle was, Pops the win. They all have to probably pit. And yeah, so you can see Warden's thing on the bottom right is green. Pit limiter is his pit limiter is green. Well, it's not pit limiter, but pit symbol thing is green. So pit window is open for the McLaren driver. So he should be pitting very soon. Like Kyle Ross is into the pit lane too. And what tires is he going to put on? Because he has pitted once already. It's going to be his second stop. And it's going to be, yeah, it will be the hard compound tires to the end of the Grand Prix. Going back up with Warden. He's now 1 second behind Ryan. He misses the apex a little bit there, just a bit picky. And again, but either way, he's going to probably pit. I'd say maybe in the next lap or this lap. Which one is going to be? It's going to be this lap. So Warden into the pit, and he has to put on the medium compound tire, or the softs, but it's probably going to be mediums into the pit, and he goes. And where is he going to come out on track? Because this is going to be quite interesting. Alan's past Warden now. Deathbro is probably going to get past Warden 2. As Warden's going to put on the medium compound tires now. Deathbro is going to pass him in the pit lane. LSEM Venom, is he going to pass Warden? Yes, he is. Laggy Person. It's going to be quite close between Laggy Person and Warden, I think. No, it's not. Laggy Person goes straight through. And no one else is close enough, I don't think, for Warden to challenge them. So Warden out into 6th on the medium compound tires, and everyone else is on kind of used, I guess, hard compound tires. So Warden's in a good position to try and get some places. He's 1.5 seconds behind that Laggy Person, and then Laggy Person is 5 seconds behind Venom. So it's Warden's time to push now, Jess, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot more action now.
Yeah, I think so. And even at the championship will probably be decided today. The midfield battle is still going, and just like in the real life championship, the midfield battle went to pretty much the last race, like the best of the rest. So they just want to, I think, they just want to achieve that at the moment, which is what they're going to do. So I can't wait to see this. Warden wants 3rd place in the championship so bad. And he's looking very race behind that laggy person. He's going to get the left out. Oh, that laggy person just lets Warden through. He had no answer to that. Warden saying, see you later. And yeah, I thought that laggy person will be challenging because technically that laggy person doesn't need to pit again. So I'm quite shocked about that. Maybe that laggy person doesn't want to hold up Warden too much.
Yeah, I mean, I think considering that Warden's on the mediums, he's probably going to get past laggy person very soon anyway. So maybe if he wants to just do it now, get it over with, and then he's just going to try and keep up with Warden. But keeping up doesn't look to be very good right now, as Warden's just weaving across the track, it looks like. 1.3 seconds. Warden took 1.3 seconds out of laggy person in basically one sector. So that's quite impressive there. That's a Rebel driver letting some drivers through. I think that's Bazooka. Yeah, he just came out of the pit lane. So next up for Warden is LSE and Venom. 4.2 seconds behind the Renault driver. Just up the road as Venom is going into turn 7 now. He could just about see the Renault driver ahead of him, Warden. And then Venom is 3.7 seconds behind Deathblow. I'm going to say Warden could get a podium here. Do you reckon?
You're a very bold person, Charlie. I doubt it.
You doubt it? Okay. I'm going to put my faith into him. I'm gonna go for it.
Okay.
He's got 7 seconds to get in 11 laps, basically. He's 3.2 now to Venom. And you can see him there. I've got faith in Warden. Go on, Warden. You can do it.
Yeah, I hope, to be honest, I hope he does too, but we can't show bias. He's already catching up to Venom quite a bit, so it also does depend on the penalties, Charlie. I'm not going to have a look at it, because I don't want to be... Well, I do want to be spoiled, but not that close to, So,
you know what? I'll have a look.
Yeah, Charlie will have a look, and this will give some sort of an idea anyway. As, I mean, everyone is starting to find their feet at the moment. There's hardly any mistakes are being made at the moment from these drivers. As Warden, yeah, not surprised. Warden saying the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Mars Berserk, I think, will probably challenge that internet's, pretty soon as well. He's got Poms for the win right behind him as well. Going to try and see if he can catch up to him. Poms for the win, P10 at the moment. But he's going to find it really hard to fend off Mars Berserk on fresher tyres. But Poms for the win should be proud for keeping going like this. I think he kind of wished he didn't make those mistakes earlier on in the race. And that would have... Oh, Bazooka's out. Where is Bazooka? Sector 1. Is anyone on Sector 1 that I can follow? Potential...
I think so.
I doubt it.
Look at Berserk and Poms the win. These guys are going at it for 1 point.
1 point makes all the difference in this championship, Charlie.
Especially the midfield. The midfield is very close as well. Master Berserk goes basically to the inside out of the last corner.
Yeah.
He's actually going to make the move stick going down the inside. Poms the win is going to get a slightly better exit compared to Berserk. But no, Berserk is going to take P10 back up to the front. Warden's already on the back of Venom. So yeah, this is going to be quite a hard push from Warden. He wants to try and get past as quickly as possible because he wants to try and get up to Deathblow, who's ahead of him. Going into turn 20 to turn 21. Heading into 22 and 23 now. As Warden misses the apex a bit there, he's going to struggle on the exit. He's got the DRS though, but it's not going to be close enough. He's going to have another go going into turn 5 with the DRS. Going to try and just stay as close as he can to the Renault drivers. There we go. Look at that. He's already 2 tenths now on the back of him. Is he going to go down the inside before the corner even starts?
Whoa!
No. And he's actually going to go side by side. No, he doesn't. He's already past Venom. So Warden up into 4th. Venom is going to get the slipstream on the McLaren driver. Is he going to try and dive it? He was thinking about it, but no, he didn't go for it. So Warden up into 4th. Next up is for the podium, Jess. What did I say? I mean, but he is 4.5 seconds, so... It's going to be close, isn't it? I still think Warden's got it. Go on, Warden.
Charlie, no bias is shown on the stream. Other drivers are available.
Go on, Butler. I mean, anyone. But I think it's because Warden's actually started. He started 12th. He's up in 4th now. He can make it up to the podium. That's my excuse. But I think Warden's done a good job so far. And yeah, he's known for starting at the back and then just getting back up to the front. So he's living up to their standards, isn't he?
He could potentially be driver of the day at this race if he keeps this
At
up.
this rate, yeah. Looks like it. I mean, he's 3.4 seconds behind Death Bro now. 23 out of 31 laps. So we've got 8 laps remaining in the Singapore Grand Prix. Well, basically 9. Because the last lap, the last lap is basically 9 laps. Isn't it? It's 9 laps.
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 9
Well,
laps, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a bit. You just have to count the lap 31 as the final lap. So, yeah. A bit more educational maths for you. Again, I'm not doing very well at maths, so a bit more than I do. Warden going into turn 5 now, so he's 3 seconds behind I'm Death Row. Laggy Person's got a 3-second time penalty. And the closest battle is actually, it is Venom to Warden, but Warden's pulling that gap quite a bit. It's going to be Warden to Death Row very shortly. And let's go back up to the front. Ryan, he's approaching his 4th ever World Drivers' Championship here, Jess, for Oceania.
That's the earliest that it's ever been decided in, I think, a long time. With 6 races to go, just come on. Yeah,
I mean, it's quite ridiculous how much Ryan has been, how dominant he's been this season. I mean, we've seen him in the past few seasons having quite a few battles. I mean, last time he took the championship Fens took the championship in Japan, and Ryan took the championship in Brazil. So this has been the quite a championship for Ryan. Just he's got 8 laps to go. It's not World Drivers' Championship. It's more like Oceania Drivers' Championship.
But on this game, it's World Drivers' Championship.
Oh! Yeah, well, that's something
like Kyle was.
Ryan wants to see that. Kyle was season last round.
That was close. But luckily, anyone that's on the lap down to the leaders, I think they'll be ghosted anyway. So that shouldn't really make a difference. So
bit distracting.
It is a bit distracting because that could cost a mistake. Luckily, Alan moved out of the way, because otherwise that would have been a game over again, which wouldn't have been good.
Well, I mean, the Williams drivers haven't been doing amazing this season. I mean, it's the thing is the field is actually. So let's think about this. So we've got the front of the field, which is, I'd say they're quite close in pace. We've got Ryan, we'd say Warden, Alan, Deathbro, Laggy Person, Berserk if he's on the pace too. Those guys are like really close to each other. And then we've got the midfield, and those guys are even closer when we see like what race have we seen examples of? I mean, Germany was a very good race to look at. What other Grand Prix were there? Do you remember any, Jess?
Bahrain was pretty good.
But I can't think back to Bahrain, to be honest. Bahrain. No, it's just not coming to my head, to be honest. But I'll take your word for it. We'll say Bahrain was quite close. But
it was good racing. It was just good racing all around. Because the midfield were battling pretty much the whole race, pretty much. I remember. And it was just a pretty... I was obviously on the sidelines, but I was literally screaming whilst Fens and Charlie were commentating. It was just manic, and Warden's on the charge here, and Kaiwas is out, but it is inevitable. It was inevitable, wasn't it? So, yeah, it was to be expected. And I think there is a few Warden fans in the chat, and there's a few I'm Death Row fans in the chat, so it could get get this quite spicy at the moment. Still yellow flag is set to 1, but that's probably Kaiwas. I won't be surprised if he's retired in the pit lane. As Warden, he's gonna try, but not quite at this stage. If I'm Death Row fends off Warden, that will just be a miracle. That'll be insane. So basically, if either one of those make those moves, that's going to be pretty insane for both of them. Warden's just backing off the ERS at the moment. Let's see what I'm Death Row's ERS is like. He's on 16, so he hasn't got a lot compared to Warden. So Warden has been saving on more than I'm Death Row. So I think it's not a question of if he's going to do it it's when he's going to do it. No offence that I'm Death Row or anything, but it's looking at like this at this stage, unless Warden makes a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, 7 laps to go of the Singapore Grand Prix. Death Row, Warden just basically pushing Death Row around Sector 3 because there aren't really many overtaking opportunities here. Otherwise, it's a little bit risky. I think Warden wants to wait for the DRS just to make sure he does get the move done without causing any problems as they go into the final few corners. Can I just point out how amazing Singapore looks at the moment?
Bahrain and Singapore are great tracks to look at on this game graphically. It looks like real life pretty much. So
yeah, I mean, just night races just look so good. Bring more night races to F1, please.
And I know we don't see it often in league racing, but in open lobbies, Monaco in the night is amazing as well on this game. Warden's got DRS. Oh my goodness. He squeezed Death Row.
Death Row loses the position to Warden out of that, and Warden was pushed right to the barrier there, but
what a move!
Hard but fair, and it was a good move indeed. Yeah, so definitely that's what I like to see. That is exactly what I like to see. But yeah, Warden onto the podium it looks like, and I was looking at the penalties earlier. I think Warden hasn't got one single penalty, and Death Row does. Yeah, Death Row's got 2, so Warden didn't even need to make that move, but he's going for it anyway.
He just wants glory.
Alan's got 2 penalties, so that's 6 seconds worth, and Ryan's got 3. So if Warden gets within 6 seconds of Alan, he'll be able to make the position done, but he's 14 seconds behind, so that's a bit unrealistic.
That's a bit of an arse, Charlie.
That's too much. Everybody asked for the podium. It's happened. Well, probably has happened. I'm not going to jinx it again, but 14, so he needs to get 8 seconds in 5 laps. That's probably a bit too much, isn't it? Let's be real. So Warden onto the podium. Now let's look at the back of the field.
Well, I said Alan was going to get... I did say Alan was going to get pole, and using a Ryan got pole.
Yeah, our predictions have not been very... I mean, today with the stream, it just hasn't been very good, really, has it? I mean, we've had a lot of issues at the start of the Grand Prix. Thankfully, it's actually worked out quite well now, so we'll be using Discord. Is that right, Jess? Hopefully from now on.
Yeah, we're going to use Discord from now on because I think it's much better, I think. Yeah. So, yeah.
No risk of any issues, so... I mean, that is the first time we've had an issue, but we don't really want to risk it too much anyway. So, hopefully it hasn't been too bad for you guys, and hopefully the audio's been pretty good because we wouldn't be able to test this, wouldn't we, Jess? Because we've just been going straight into the stream. So, yeah, audio's been good. Is that right?
Hopefully. We could test it properly next week, couldn't we? So we'll test it properly. So I am back next week because Fenders will still be in London then. So.
Yeah, Fenton's in the home country, the commentators, not of these drivers, but in England right now. So good luck to him as well.
I'll give a little plug actually. The McLaren Shadow Finals are this week, and he won the Road to Singapore event. So he's represented the Oceania community in the McLaren Shadow Finals. So good luck to him, and good luck to anyone else taking part from all the other games as well. Because I think Isaac, I remember, VP Isaac, I think, is taking part as well, which I know quite well. So good luck to him too. So, yeah. It's good I'm talking about it, and I'm with Warden right now. So, and we're at Singapore.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, good luck, Fens. Normally in the commentary box. And if you're new to the season, Fens was actually the championship winner last year. So, at this rate, Fens is going to have to give his championship back to New Zealand Ryan after his just dominant season, it looks like. We could even see a return from Fens, you reckon? Maybe? After this season?
We could.
Fast laps have started to come in now. Pons has actually got the fastest lap. A few drivers going with the softs. But yeah, Fens is probably going to give the championship to Ryan at the end of this championship.
He'll be giving it to someone anyway because he wasn't racing.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's a very good point. So is he going to try and get it back? I don't know. We'll see what Fens feels like. I mean, he's done it all, hasn't he? He's been in the commentary box, he's been racing, and now he just wants to. He's going to lose the championship this season, so he doesn't want to try and get it back. I mean, I think it'll be nice to see him back on the track. You think?
And he's got because there's no F1 in the McLaren Shadow Finals. I don't think. I think it's mainly iRacing,
Right,
Forza.
yeah.
So he's been practicing quite a lot of different games and Project Cars. Who could not forget Project Cars? I'm sorry. So yeah, and we just had a message come in from Mark. The PS4 F1 AOR title can be decided tonight as well, which is it's going to be like I think from what Mark is saying, it's going to be 99.999999% likely that it's going to be decided.
Yeah. So again, make sure you check that out later on. We'll talk about that at the end of the stream, I guess, where we do our normal timing stuff. But New Zealand Ryan.
Oh, Butler and Roscoe Arm.
Oh, okay, maybe not. We'll talk about that in a sec. Butler gets past Roscoe Arm. Okay, there we go.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's okay. But yeah, Butler and Laggy Person both on the soft compound tires too. So those guys are going to be mighty quick. But Laggy Person is 40 seconds behind Venom. So yeah, probably not going to be seeing any overtaking there. But yeah, Ryan is 3 laps away from his fourth Oceania Drivers' Championship.
He will be the first AOR Season 18/stroke Season 5 champion.
Yeah, so that's a good accomplishment there. As he comes to the final few corners. And Singapore as well, I said earlier in the stream, is one of his favourite tracks. I don't know if I was cutting out at that point, but...
No, we got that. We got that earlier.
Okay. Yeah, well, it is one of Ryan's favourite tracks. So just to do it here as well is going to be quite special for the Ferrari driver. But yeah, he's just done a very good job this season, hasn't he? I mean, he's just stayed out of trouble, basically, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's only lost 1 or 2 races, and even when he hasn't lost, he's still scored. He's been on the podium, so you know, he's been brilliant all season. I know we keep saying him all season, but yeah. And we'll also talk about the mid. So obviously we talk about Warden still third. That Laggy Person is 4th in the championship. Technically P2 has not been decided yet, so Warden could still potentially get P2 or Alan, but Warden will need a miracle for that to happen. So we'll have to wait and see.
So I've just seen I think he's ran out of fuel
already.
Actually, no, it's just low on fuel. He's
the yellow light, for those of you that are new to League Racing, the yellow light means they are probably running a bit too much rich mix and they're running out of fuel quite a bit, and it's just saying you're not going to make it to the end of the race if you keep burning up fuel like this. That's what it's saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think what he's doing now is just saving the fuel. You can see he's just kind of lifting off into the corners. I think he's going to try go for it again on the next lap for another fastest lap. So we basically got 4 contenders going for the fastest lap. So we've got Laggy Person, Butler is that, Matt and Pom's the win on the soft compound tires. They're going for it. It looks like.
Yep, they are. And Pom's the win just got it. Oh, Pom's the win's pitted again.
He's going on to another set of softs. It looks like.
That's not going to make a difference because Pom's the win is 11th and he's a lap down on everyone.
Oh dear. Yes, that is a good point.
So we can't get the... Well, he'll take away the point if he still maintains it. That's probably what he's trying to do.
Actually, no, he should be able to set a faster... Actually, no. Yeah, take away the point, yeah. But,
yeah, you can't take away the point.
If he wants to be that kind of driver, go ahead. But just wants to ruin another driver's...
Well, we've seen that a lot this season, where we've seen people outside the top 10 take away the point. It is hard, but it is fair. It happens.
Right. Let's go on board with New Zealand Ryan. Final lap in Singapore Grand Prix. And he's about to put this championship to bed. Yeah. I mean, one point that we need to think about is that in this season, we haven't actually been talking about Ryan a lot because... Mainly,
apart from last race, when it was a huge battle.
There was, yeah, and also there's been a lot of battles in the midfield as well. Ryan just basically pulled the gap massively. So, I think Ryan's 100% deserved this championship because he's just been out in the front. He's been doing what he needs to do. He doesn't need to get involved in any incidences. It's taken 15 rounds to try and bring this championship home for the Ferrari driver. And he's done it 3 times before. He's done it in style in Brazil. and he's done it in plenty of other times in AOR Oceania. He's about to make it his 4th as he comes to Sector 3 for the final time under the lights of Singapore. The lovely looking Ferrari car. Number 97 is going to be your Season 5.
Wait, not yet, Charlie.
Not yet.
There's still, it's not over until the checkered flag falls.
Well, here we go anyway. He's coming through the final few corners. The fireworks are going to be New Zealand Ryan. He's going to win 4 World Drivers' Championships. New Zealand Ryan, he crosses the line in Singapore to win the Singapore Grand Prix. And with that, that is the Season 5 Championship to the Ferrari driver. Number 97 is going to be your champion for the F1 2019, the first season of F1 2019. And he is going to be the first AOR champion on this game. He's actually going to be the first AOR champion on this game. So many, many congratulations for Ryan there, as he's done it once again. Championship is back home for him. And four world championships to his name.
Wow.
Out of 5. That's an accomplishment and a half there.
And the constructors can be decided next race as well.
As well, yeah. So that's going to be something else.
So not quite yet. They haven't wrapped up the Ferrari yet. Haas could still do it, but
my god!
Whoa!
Bottas actually crashed on the final lap, but he's got front wing damage. But I think he's just about going to bring it home anyway. So yeah, the fireworks, all the fireworks are Ryan's tonight. He's fully deserved it. Butler come through the final few corners. He's gonna come home in 7th. Bosco is drifted across the line too, as the frames are definitely going to drop because the fireworks are dominating the game right now. But Bosco is going to finish in 8th. Sorry, Master Berserk is going to finish in 8th because Bosco had that time penalty.
We didn't see who got fastest lap. I think that's Ponce to win still.
Maybe I didn't actually see, but either way, Ryan's done it, Jess. Just domination, I think I'd say.
Yeah, I think you guys in the chat could all agree Ryan was unstoppable this season. He reminds me of the Flying Finn back in the days where he's dominated championships after championship after championship. He can add his name to the history books now. He can join the likes of Sally Saldunk and be one of those legends in AOR history. I wonder if he could take part in the the time trials to get into the pro draft. If he's old enough, if I was him, obviously the Oceania community can't do the races, but they can still do the laps. So who knows? We may see him, but we'll see. As Ryan takes the win and the title to begin with, and Alan still keeps the Haas Constructors title fights alive in 2nd. Warden 12th to 3rd. And with that move, I got to agree with. I think you got to agree with me, Charlie. Warden driver of the day, along 100%. With Ryan.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was going to say Ryan pro draft. It's definitely a possibility, but one thing I think he can't do it if he's on the controller because Ryan's driving on the controller at the moment. And also the ping limit might be a bit. Yeah. So people
they can still take part in the time trials. Because we see Daniel Shields do that this year.
Okay. So yeah, I think he has got a wheel, so I guess he can try and get into it if he wants to go into the pro draft, obviously. But yeah, so that's 4 World Drivers' Championships to Ryan's name. Is anyone next season going to try and take it off him?
Could Vence take it off him again? Or I think Warden could challenge Ryan next season. I'm calling it now.
If he races all the races, then yes.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so many congratulations to Ryan. And next week is going to be Russia, and that's where the Drives Constructors Championship can be wrapped up too.
Don't ask me for maths. Don't ask me for maths on that one.
Ask you for maths. We'll work it out in the next few days. But Jess, times. What are we looking at for the next few streams that everyone else can catch tonight?
Okay, so the PS4 F1 will start at 7 o'clock, and another driver's title can be decided tonight. They'll go through all the details later on. Schnitzel could win. Is at the AOR PS4 Season 18 title for F1. So if you want to find out if you can do it, tune in at 7 o'clock tonight. All the other streams, PC at 8 o'clock. and all other non-stream tiers at 8, and Xbox One F1 at 9 o'clock, with the Americas later on as well, with PS4 being streamed for Americas.
There we go. So thank you all for joining us in today's race. Again, apologies for the few issues that we had at the start of the stream, and I think it was halfway through qualified too. Actually, it probably was the whole of qualifying, but
yeah, it was the whole of qualifying.
It was the whole of qualifying. But now we're on Discord. I don't know if you can tell by the audio, but yeah, we're gonna try and do more Discord. I think that's how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. I mean, that's probably the safest way. We haven't had any issues in the past, but I don't think we want to risk it. Discord is definitely just
smoother.
Yeah, I think that the input delay is actually a lot better as well. So, yeah, that's something else to keep in mind. But anyway, thank you all for joining us for the Singapore Grand Prix. Obviously, Ryan taking the championship, and yeah, Jess, thanks for joining me in the comments box today.
You're welcome. I'm very excited to be back next week for the Russian Grand Prix, which is like penalty central, but it's going to be very intriguing to say the least, so looking forward to it. It's the last race next week before the Christmas break for AOR. Yeah,
so yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting Grand Prix. So if you want to see more of this, if you still want to see more of this action, then make sure you check out the Russian Grand Prix, because there can still be another championship being decided. But yeah, thank you all for joining us for the Singapore Grand Prix, and we'll see you all next time for the Russian Grand Prix. Goodbye.